My name is Modo, and this episode is not copyrighted. No rights reserved. Welcome back to You Don't Know JANK. If you've missed me, I'm sorry. I had to take a week off because I can. This time with my new guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hello. I'm EmperorStove. I am a fringe Yugi streamer that, if you are familiar with me, you've probably seen me on someone else's channel. Most likely either Luke Von Karma's Sub Replay Fridays or Jesse J Plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Regression series that just wrapped up Season 1, and Season 2 will be starting shortly.
Awesome. Don't forget, if you like any of these series, please subscribe and like this video. And don't do it if you don't like the series, just watch them. You are not allowed.
I disagree. You should like and subscribe even if you hate it, actually.
Okay, great. Let's get into question number 1. So this is a classic card from replays, and especially from people who watch Master Duel series, because it's a very achievable card in that series, Unexpected Die. And the question could not be simpler. Which movie is referenced by the artwork of Unexpected Die? Is it A, Terminator? Is it B, Tron? Is it C, Enter the Matrix? Or is it D, Akira?
So if I recall, Unexpected Die has Mr. Die himself like hunched over in the like virtual world that he has apparently just landed in, if I recall.
That's supposed to, right? Yeah.
Which I believe, I'm not a huge movie buff, but I believe is a Terminator reference. So what's his name? Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think that happens to him in that thing.
Yeah, that is the one of the opening scenes of Terminator, where this blue energy sphere appears, which disintegrates with ground, which you also see on the Unexpected Die, and he is hunched over with his fist on the ground. Yep, it's a Terminator reference.
All right, thank God.
Okay, let's move to something slightly more away from the cinematics. So, the Spiral archetype has elements from James Bond, but it also references the Metal Gear reference, because, for example, Quick Fix looks like Otacon. And if Quick Fix was Otacon, what would be his real name? Is it A, Jim Houseman? Is it B, George Sears? Is it C, Hal Emmerich? Or D, James Johnson?
Wow. So I have absolutely no idea what any of those words mean. I am not familiar with Metal Gear either. So I have absolutely no intelligent way to make any kind of guess on this one at all. So we're gonna go gambling here. I'm gonna say James Johnson for absolutely no reason.
Unfortunately, that's not him.
I can't.
Otacon's name is Hal Emmerich.
Oh, interesting. Well, I learned something.
All of these names are from Metal Gear, of course. James Johnson, by the way, is the name of a president in Metal Gear universe.
Oh, okay. Wow. Real creative on that one.
Okay. Let's go to something that is actually more Yu-Gi-Oh! Related. And let's imagine we represent the world with Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters, with each country being represented by their state animal. Which of these Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters would therefore be a representative of Egypt? Is it A, Rescue Cat? Is it B, Greydle Eagle? Is it C, Neo-Spacian Flare Scarab? Or D, Fluffle Lion?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the part what you said with the animal? The what kind of animal you said?
The animal represent each country in the world has an animal that represents the country, and which of these Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters would represent therefore Egypt, being its state animal?
Okay, I see. So we have cat, eagle, scarab, or lion. So definitely, like, all of these kind of evoke an Egyptian image to me, except maybe the lion. The lion seems a little off, but I definitely have seen lots of cats, scarabs, and birds in Egyptian pictography, I guess. I don't know. So I'm not sure what is like the modern incarnation of the Egyptian state animal. It feels like the scarab is just like too obvious, like as like an Egyptian thing. I feel like I'm trying. That's the. I'm kind of metagaming here. I feel like that's kind of getting in my head a little bit. I think it'd be really funny if it was just a cat. I think it'd be hilarious if it was just a cat. So I'm gonna guess rescue cat, actually.
So, the national animal of Egypt is the steppe eagle. So it would be great to you. Yes. So you may recall the Eye of Horus. Horus is an eagle. That is also very commonly evoked picture for Egypt. That is also the reason why Ra looks like he does in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, that's why he's a chicken. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Then, of course, while the anime likes to talk about Egypt and the creation of duel monsters, cards not only made by the Egyptians, but also like by people like you and me. For example, in 2006, when 4 kids hosted the drawing contest for cards to be put into the game. Which of these 4 cards is not one of a card that was designed by a fan? Is it A, Tongue Twister, B, Screech, C, Royal Firestorm Guards, or D, Dragon Eyes?
Okay, this one I feel somewhat confident on because I definitely remember. Okay, I definitely know Tongue Twister was designed by a fan. I believe I remember looking these up at some point before because I was just fascinated. I thought it was really cool that they actually accepted designs. I believe I recall both Screech and Dragon Ice from that as well. So I am going to go with Royal Firestorm Guards.
That is correct. The other 3 are all from the same drawing contest. Royal Firestorm Guards is also secret rare from Gladiator's Assault, but it was not part of his fan contest. Then let's move on to the first bonus round. And this is an Evo or question as the tradition. And this time I have 7 monsters for you, and you have to tell me, is it a beast or not a beast?
Oh, okay.
Okay, and there's a very easy theme for this one, and you'll see this starting with the first one. Ninkendog.
Ninkendog. I believe. Something is telling me that might be like a zombie or something. I'm gonna say not a beast.
Ninkendog is a beast warrior, so correct.
Okay, well, I was wrong, but I was right. Let's go.
Assault Dog.
Assault Dog, I believe, is a beast.
Correct. Doomdog Octros.
Doomdog Octros, I know you can summon up a tour guide because it is a fiend.
Correct. Doggy Diver.
Doggy Diver. I'm not sure about that one. For some reason I think he might be like an aqua or something because he's like in the water, but I'm gonna go with not a beast.
Doggy Diver is a dark warrior.
He's a warrior?
He's a dark warrior, yeah.
That's awesome.
Chain Dog.
Chain Dog. Chain Dog is one of those. Yeah, he goes with Lockcat and Keymouse, I believe. So I think he must be a beast.
Correct, and he also does go in that theme. Flamwell Fire Dog.
Flamwell Fire Dog is a beast because you can't search him off of Tanky.
Correct, and the final one, Watchdog.
Watchdog. I think he might be a pyro, actually. I know he's a fire. I'm gonna say not a beast.
Correct! Watchdog is a pyro monster, and for the first time in You Don't Know Jank history, someone got this category with 7 out of 7 correct.
Let's go! I know my doggies.
Let's move on to the next part, the second part of his quiz, which has double points and also double penalties. Let's see how you're doing with this. So there's various rules differences across different media of Yu-Gi-Oh! And as such, that is also the case for the spin-off manga Yu-Gi-Oh! R. Yu-Gi-Oh! R has a unique rule. Which of these rules actually does exist in Yu-Gi-Oh! R? A. While you only have one normal summon, you can infinite number of tribute summons. B. You can defuse a monster at any time. C. All monsters attack simultaneously in the battle phase. Or D. Trap cards can be activated from the hand.
Ooh, so I am completely unfamiliar with Yu-Gi-Oh! R in any way. So all of those sound very interesting. C sounds like a rip, it's exactly how Magic the Gathering works, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is basically a weird ripoff of Magic the Gathering that Kazuki Takahashi designed for his for his manga. So that would make sense to me, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's got to be that. So it was traps can be activated from the hand. You can infinite number of tribute summons, and he was
Diffusion a monster at any point.
Okay. I mean, I don't think there's a logical way to go about this that I know of, because I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! R. So let's go with traps can be activated from the hand.
That's wrong. So the first one is completely made up. There's nothing with infinite tribute summons. There's rush tools which have infinite normal summons, but in the way I said it, nothing exists like this. Diffusing a monster at any time is a very interesting thing, because the manga and the including Yu-Gi-Oh! R depicted fusion monsters not really as independent monsters, but rather as all of the monsters existing still on the board, but it still didn't allow you to do this.
Okay.
While there's trap cards that can be activated from the hand in the TCG, that is not the case for Yu-Gi-Oh! R, or at least not as a general rule. So in Yu-Gi-Oh! R, monsters all attack simultaneously, and it does work more like Magic in that regard.
Dang, I said that out loud, and I was like, oh, here's a logical thing, and then I was like, oh, there's no logic here. I'm so stupid. Well.
Alright, cool. Let's move on to the next one. And we're talking about another Yu-Gi-Oh! Adaptation. Probably the most famous one. The absolutely incredible Yu-Gi-Oh! Facebook game, Yu-Gi-Oh! BAM!
Oh, God.
These 4 monsters are in the player's starter decks, and in which of these in Yu-Gi-Oh! BAM has the highest attack points? Is it A. Dark Prisoner, B. Doron, C. Hologra, or D. Robo Lady?
Okay, I recognize 3 of those as monsters that exist in real Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't recall Dark Prisoner at all. I don't even know what that is. I don't have an image for that. I believe of the 3 that I know of, Doron has the most attack points in normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Although I can't recall how much attack Hologra has, actually. Hologra might have more. I'm going to guess that it is Dark Prisoner, because it sounds like the most generic sounding thing I could think of, and those things are, it would be really funny if that was the strongest one.
And you are correct. So in Yu-Gi-Oh! BAM, Dark Prisoner has 700 attack, beating Robo Lady's 500, Doron's 300, and Hologra's 200. Which is funny, because this is absolutely different in the TCG, where Dark Prisoner only has 600 attack, Doron has 900, and Hologra has 1100 attack.
They just switched it up for no reason at all. That's awesome.
Most monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! BAM don't have any attack points exceeding 1000. That's like kind of a cap in that game. It's a very strange game. Now we're moving on to a localization question. And oh no, our opponent summoned Vile Pawn Archfiend. With Vile Pawn Archfiend on the field, which of these monsters is not protected by its effect? Is it A, Beast of Talwar, B, Shadow Tamer, C, Hero's Shadow Scout, or D, Fiend Skull Dragon? And to make it easier to guess, Vile Pawn Archfiend says that your opponent cannot attack Archfiend monsters except himself.
Okay, so I do know that Beast of Talwar and Shadow Tamer are Archfiends. They both have the they both have been given the archetype clause retroactively, which is so funny. It's always so funny to see that on a vanilla monster. Just there's some flavor text, and then at the bottom, oh, this card's also an Archfiend. I'm not 100% on whether Fiend Skull Dragon or wait, what was the other one?
Hero's Shadow Scout.
Hero's Shadow Scout is an Archfiend. Fiend Skull Dragon would make the most sense because he's already got Fiend in his name. But if I've learned anything from localization, that doesn't mean a damn thing. But I don't ever recall Hero's Shadow Scout being given the Archfiend treatment, and it also doesn't give me Archfiend vibes, so I'm gonna say it's Hero's Shadow Scout.
The gag with all of these monsters is, of course, that all their names in Japanese have the word demon in them. However, with Hero's Shadow Scout, this is just the Japanese word for demon, which is Akuma, and the Archfiend word is just Daemon, is the English word in Japanese. So yes, it is. Hero's Shadow Scout is not protected by Vile Pawn Archfiend.
Alright.
And if anyone wants to fact check this, as UDE stated, just check their website for what is an Archfiend monster. That was the official ruling.
They had to make an official ruling for who's an Archfiend.
Yeah, they basically said Archfiend is a type of monster like Toon or Flip monsters, and the only way to check that up was on the UDE website.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Wow, I did not know about that.
Alright, now comes the penultimate question, and to round things out, let's look at some art. There's some interesting stories behind some cards. For example, what's the reason that Mad Lobster is so mad? Is it A, that he was stolen from another game? Is it B, that his art references a racial stereotype? C, that its art was reused on a different card? Or D, that its art violates the Geneva Convention?
Well, okay, so I really wish it was D, because that sounds amazing. But I am familiar with this story. The Mad Lobster's art was stolen from another game, so that is A.
That is correct. So, Mad Lobster is from the Sea Claw card in Altail, and if I'm not lazy in editing, I will put these cards on the screen right now. There is some cards that have accusations of being racial stereotypes, but I don't recall an example for that. There's nothing that has like major controversy as far as I remember. The infamously Heretic Dragon of Neftet and Heretic Dragon of Asset have the exact same art but mirrored. And finally, the Geneva Convention. That was actually Injection Fairy Lily, because it is a Geneva Convention violation to use the red cross for something that has not a medical context.
Oh my god. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Were they punished in any way for that? Was there some
No, they just had to change the artwork. A lot of video games did this too, and that's why the health icons in games are green now, because then it's not the red cross.
That makes sense. Well, I'm learning a lot today.
Yeah. And now let's move on to the finale. And for this one, I have something amazing. So, I will start with summon chant for 7 monsters. And you have to tell me, what monster am I summoning?
Okay. Alright,
start.
Alright, I'm locked in.
Roaring Dragon of Black Steel, shatter the log that encloses the boundaries of a mortal plane and bring forth destructions to all my enemies.
Ooh. Wow, yeah, that does not sound familiar to me at all. Oh, there's too many freaking animes for me to cycle back through. They gotta stop making those. The Dragon of Black
Steel.
Black Steel. Maybe it's some kind of I think of like a metal dragon black. I don't think like red eye like black metal dragon is a thing. Like that happened like one time. I don't think he deserves a summon chant. Maybe it's something like Cyber Dark Dragon. I'm gonna go. I'll guess Cyber Dark Dragon. I'm sure it's not right. But.
So it is exceedingly rare that monsters in DM and GX get summon chants, and well, this one is one. However, it's not Cyber Dark Dragon. It is Gandora X, the Dragon of Demolition.
Oh. Sure. Okay.
You summoned this card.
He sure did. I remember now. I guess he's a Dragon of Black Steel. I guess I haven't looked at Gandora that closely.
Alright.
Okay.
On to the next one. At this time, the power of 3 becomes 1. From a faraway universe on the other side, the strongest warrior awakens. Triple contact fusion. Appear from the depths of a spinning galaxy.
Okay, so this is definitely a Neos fusion. However, there are several Neos fusions that get 3 monsters, or that use Neos and 2 other monsters. There's Magma, Storm, and not Cosmo? No, it's not Cosmo. It's Chaos. So
Cosmo Neos needs 4 monsters.
Yeah, that also wasn't in the anime. Did you repeat that one more time?
Sure. It's at this time, the power of 3 becomes 1. From a faraway universe on the other side, the strongest warrior awakens. Triple contact fusion. Appear from the depths of a spinning galaxy.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like it could be any of them. I'm trying to remember which one was the first one that was summoned. It was a triple fusion. I want to say it was Storm Neos, but I'm not 100% on that. It'd be so funny if it was none of these. I'm gonna go with Storm Neos.
So first of all, Grand Neos was the first one with where that was summoned. He summoned it against Sartorius, and Storm Neos was summoned against Jesse when he was possessed by Yubel. However, he didn't use a summon chant when he summoned Grand Neos, so it is Storm Neos.
Woo! Alright, getting lucky.
Awesome.
Let's go.
And this one, I love that this summon chant exists, and I'm seeing if you know this one. My flames of hatred blazing within the abyss of my heart become the black raging waves that will overrun this world.
Wow, that goes hard. Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds like it goes hard. Wow. Hatred, flames. That could be a lot of things. trying to get some context clues here. When I hear like raging flames and stuff, I'm thinking of stuff like, especially from the heart, I'm thinking of like Jack Atlas 5Ds, but
I said black raging waves. It was flames of hatred in the start, and then black raging waves.
Black raging waves. Yeah. What would that be a reference to? I can't think of other. What else? This is a tough category, but it's very interesting. Let's see. No. Rage, hatred, heart, black. What? If it's not 5Es, let me think of another like fire, black waves. Dang, this is weird. If any of these are from Brains, by the way, I'm not gonna have any idea because I have not seen Brains at all. Trying to think of any other person in any of the animes that I associate with like flames or like black waves, or any Yu-Gi-Oh cards specifically. I'm really drawing a blank on this. I'll just be wrong and say Red Nova Dragon.
I love the summon chant because it's so over the top and completely misleading what kind of lame ass monster comes out, because this is what Seiya says when he summoned magical android.
There's no way! There's no way that's a magical android!
It is! I love that he has that! He has nothing going from him but the hardest summon chant in the show.
Behold, my 2400 semi-vanilla! Wow, that's fantastic.
It's fantastic. And now,
I'm not even mad I got that wrong.
Now I'm moving to so a lot of fans of this character would hate me for using the dub version because it makes it sound so much more silly, but of course I'm using the dub version of this one. I'm trying to go close to the voice, but I'm not real voice actor, so here comes the monster, more savage than a supernova, with a cataclysmic force of 10 black holes put together, a cosmic scourge that vaporizes anything in its path.
Okay, this has gotta be a galaxy-eyed monster. For sure, it's gotta be a galaxy-eyed monster. I don't think that would just be regular ass Gept. Maybe it would be Neo Gept. That also felt like a kite thing to say. So I guess it could be like one of the other it could be the other guy from Zexal that plays Galaxy Eyes. I'm gonna go with Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon.
It's just the regular one, sorry.
God dang it! I overthought it. Heck.
It's also in Duel Links in just this Alright, here's another one that directly appears also in Duel Links. Here's the wild wicked cat that's all paws, claws, and jaws.
Okay. A wild wicked
cat that's all paws, claws, and jaws.
Dang, okay. That's a... I don't know what this is, but it's great, and I love it. Let's see. What kind of cat would there be that... Also appears in Duel Links, so it's gotta be like a real character. I've also been noticing a theme that we went from DM to GX to 5Ds to Zexal, so I'm thinking about Arc 5 right now. But Arc 5. Oh, that's got to be a Lunalite. That's got to be a Lunalite. I'm gonna go with Lunalite. Oh god, she has so many though. I'm gonna get the wrong one again. I'm gonna go with Cat Dancer, just regular Lunalite Cat Dancer. That's my guess.
I'm guessing you're not too familiar with Arc V as an anime if you think Serena would talk like this.
Okay.
This is Frightful Sabretooth.
Oh, of course. Sure.
So, now that you've seen through my theme, you know what's coming next on the plate, right?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I can take it.
Legendary spirits awake. Rise from your eternal slumber to break the barrier. I synchro summon. Enter this existence.
Synchro summon. Okay. Well, that at least narrows it down a little bit. What synchros are in brains?
A few.
Yeah, there's a few for sure. I don't recall any like synchro. I mean, every deck is like a Link deck. It's just some of them have other stuff in them.
And half the decks have never been added to the TCG, which makes it especially fun.
Yes, a lot of them haven't. God, I hope this is a real one. Otherwise, I'm gonna have no chance at all. So what freaking synchro display makers? I guess I don't. I guess I only know based on like context from cards that have come out, like maybe some like Quantum Dragon or something. I got Cybers in the name. They usually have Cybers in them. I know Altergeist has a synchro that exists pretty much only because it was in the anime. It'd be really funny if it was that one. There's an Ignister synchro. I feel like it doesn't really warrant its own chance. Especially the Altergeist one doesn't either. Let's see, what else? Trying to like scrape the bottom of my vague memory banks to conjure up something here. We'll go. Sure, we'll go with Cyber's Quantum Dragon. I hope that was at least in the anime. I'm not.
That was in the anime, but that's not his summon chant.
Okay,
so
I'm taking that as a win.
This is a much less playable card. This is Altergeist Dracvirion.
Damn it! It was the Altergeist synchro. God, that was the funniest answer. I should have gone with it.
Now, and if you can count, this is the last question, the 7th question, so of course. The mystic hero rises to spread the legend of a 7th through the universe. Wield the blade of destiny.
Alright, I know absolutely nothing about 7s at all. I've seen a few Rush Duel cards. It's probably a 7's Road thing, but I know they've made multiple of those things. The only one I know of that is 7's Road Magician. I'm certain that's not it because I don't think he has a blade, if I recall.
So I don't want to give you too many hints, but at least I will tell you that 7's Road Magician does indeed have a sword.
Oh, does he have a sword? Okay. I'm gonna go with 7's Road Magician.
It is for, not 7's Road Magician, but his fusion monster, 7's Paladin.
Ah, okay. I figured that he probably had a fusion, but I had no idea what it was. That makes sense.
Cool. Now you ended with a score, which I'm sure is actually really good for the series. We still don't have a perfect finale, but honestly, with the way I'm making these, that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah. I'm shocked I still had points left after that last round. That was that was a rough one, but
cool. And
now
that we're at the end of the show, do you want to give any shoutouts, promote anything, or say anything you like? Really?
I mean, I guess check me out at twitch.tv/EmperorStove. Check me out over at Jesse J Plays YouTube channel. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Regression series, like I said earlier, it just wrapped up season 1. Season 2 is on the way soon. It's a really cool, fun series where I know people have plugged it before, but we take a an existing card pool, and every time a card gets revealed, it gets removed from the card pool. So our card pool gets smaller and smaller every week, and our playable decks shrink, and it's very funny. It's a really good time. So definitely check that out.
Mhm. I had Wish and Sophie on the show, so check out their episodes as well if you come from then. And
Absolutely.
see you next time.
Yes.